This is kind of like the questioning that the disciples went through when they were hanging out with Jesus. And they came to him and they said, they saw that he prayed. He'd go up to the mountain, he'd pray all night. He wasn't even with them. And then the next morning they'd see him and they knew something was different about this guy and how he prayed. So they asked him, Lord, teach us to pray. And so he prayed this. He said, Our Father, who art in heaven, hallowed be your name. Your kingdom come, your will be done on earth as it is in heaven. Now, I don't think there's one person in this room who has not prayed that prayer. I know every time I go to, a mass or a funeral or whatever, that's one of the things that you say and you pray. And I get it, and I like it, and I want to keep doing that. But for my life at that time when I was at Rockford College, it didn't, all the dots were not connected. So I had to ask, in his kingdom, there is a great peace and declaring his will being done on the earth as it is in heaven. Do you see that? Your kingdom come, your will be done on earth as it is in heaven. Now, 5 years ago when my mom was dying of cancer, I prayed for her. I prayed that she would receive healing. Now, did something happen? Something happened because the day she died, I actually had a vision of her being greeted by the 5 children that my wife and I have had miscarriages of. They were greeting Grandma as she was coming through the gates. So something happened, but I just believe there's more that God wants for each one of us. He's asking us to believe him to bring heaven on earth, a place where there's no sickness, no cancer, only peace and unity. And so here's another good question. What does that look like? Does it look like this? Look like in church? What about when we're at work and, my friend Chuck there, he drives buses. I'm sure that there are people who get on his bus who he'd like to pick up and throw off because they're not acting right. They're not acting peaceful. They're not acting respectful. So what do we do in situations like that?